When you hear the name Texas, you might think of cowboys, rodeos, or even Sandy from the SpongeBob series. There's no denying that this U.S. state is iconic. But beyond its legendary status, Texas is also recognized as a great place to live, especially for those looking to make a living. According to WalletHub, Texas has even been named the best state to start a business. Moreover, Texas is a significant economic powerhouse, contributing 9% to the total GDP of the United States, making it the second largest GDP contributor in the country. This economic strength is bolstered by the presence of major corporations such as Tesla, Amazon, and HP. Not only is Texas attractive for business and employment opportunities, but it also offers financial perks for residents. One notable benefit is the absence of personal income tax, as the state relies on property taxes and taxes on large corporations instead. This tax structure can be particularly appealing for both entrepreneurs and employees. If you move to Texas, you can also indulge in the famous Tex-Mex cuisine, a delightful fusion of Texan and Mexican culinary traditions. This type of food is often hailed as some of the best in America, making Texas an even more enticing place to live. However, it's important to remember that Texas isn't just about prosperity and delicious food. The state also has its share of challenges and darker aspects that might give potential residents pause. So, is moving to Texas really the right choice for you? Let's delve into the laws and justice system in Texas, a state often associated with cowboys, sheriffs, and exemplary law enforcement. Contrary to this tough and orderly image, Texas actually has some alarming issues within its criminal justice system. Data reveals that Texas has the highest incarceration rate in the world, with 731 individuals in prison per 100,000 people. This staggering number is the highest among democratic nations, indicating how easily one can end up behind bars in Texas. Annually, around 505,000 different individuals are arrested and detained in Texas, with this rate having increased significantly over the past 40 years. The troubling statistics don't stop there. A shocking 76% of those detained in Texas have not been convicted of a crime, which means many are being held without certainty of guilt. This situation is exacerbated by the slow pace of the judicial process in Texas, where the state conducts 20% fewer trials compared to other states, leading to 12% fewer wrongful convictions being overturned. Racial disparities also plague the Texas criminal justice system. Data shows that Black individuals in Texas are incarcerated at 3.3 times the rate of white individuals. Furthermore, 6 out of 7 law enforcement agencies report that Black and Latina individuals are more frequently searched than their white counterparts, despite having equal likelihoods of carrying drugs or weapons. The issues within Texas' criminal justice system are just a fraction of the broader challenges faced by the state. Another significant problem is the influx of illegal immigrants, which has drawn special attention from the U.S. government. It's not uncommon to see videos showing the crossing of hundreds of illegal immigrants at the Texas-Mexico border, a situation that local authorities have struggled to control. Detention facilities in Texas are often overflowing due to the sheer number of illegal immigrants arriving. To address this crisis, Texas Governor Greg Abbott introduced a controversial new law known as SB 4. This legislation has become widely discussed and criticized for its perceived recklessness and potential to cause chaos. Under SB 4, law enforcement officers have the authority to detain individuals suspected of being illegal immigrants, which raises concerns about wrongful arrests. The courts are also empowered to carry out forced deportations, even in the absence of criminal offenses. Additionally, SB 4 imposes severe penalties on illegal immigrants, including prison sentences of up to 20 years and fines reaching $2,000. This law has understandably sparked fear among the immigrant community, but it also highlights the state's desperate measures to manage the situation. Critics argue that such stringent laws could lead to human rights violations and disrupt community trust in law enforcement. However, supporters of the law believe that without such drastic measures, there are few other options available to address the growing issue of illegal immigration in Texas. Shifting our focus from immigration issues, we now turn to the economic inequality prevalent in Texas. Despite its booming economy, income distribution in Texas is highly uneven. Data reveals significant disparities among the lower, middle, and upper classes. Since the 1990s, the upper class in Texas has seen substantial wage increases, while the middle class has experienced stagnation, and the lower class has suffered a 10% decrease in income. This economic divide becomes even more pronounced when examining average annual earnings. The wealthiest earn approximately $255,800, the middle class around $53,200, and the lower class just $17,900. One of the primary drivers of this economic inequality is the job sector. Wealthy individuals in Texas are often investors and business owners, while the middle class consists of public and private sector employees. The lower class, however, is left with less desirable job options. The middle class in Texas is frequently referred to as the working poor, highlighting the challenges they face in today's economy. The prevalence of the working poor is partly due to political rhetoric that boasts about job growth in Texas. However, many of these new jobs offer low wages and lack long-term stability. This political narrative masks the reality that many Texans are working hard, yet struggling to make ends meet. The situation underscores the need for policies that address income inequality and provide better support for the middle and lower classes. Economic growth alone is not sufficient if it doesn't benefit all segments of society. Texas's prosperity must be inclusive, ensuring that all residents have the opportunity to improve their quality of life and secure a stable financial future. Economic inequality in Texas has far-reaching consequences, and one of the most severe is the state of healthcare. The healthcare situation in Texas is dire. According to a 2017 report, rural areas such as Crockett and Trinity have seen the closure of 20 hospitals over 4 years. This makes accessing healthcare extremely difficult for rural residents, who typically have lower incomes. Alarmingly, both the state legislature and the U.S. Congress have largely ignored these closures, compounding the issue. In addition to hospital closures, Texas has the highest number of residents without health insurance in the United States. Data from 2022 shows that 17% of Texans, approximately 4.9 million people, lack health insurance. This is a slight improvement from 2021, when 18% were uninsured, thanks to various government assistance programs. Nevertheless, 17% is still a staggering figure, particularly since 60% of those uninsured are of working age, negatively impacting Texas' economic stability. The healthcare crisis is further exacerbated by complications related to pregnancy and childbirth. In 2019, Texas recorded around 118 maternal deaths, and 200 children lost their mothers due to pregnancy-related complications. The rate of pregnancy and childbirth complications is alarmingly high, increasing from 58.2% in 2018 to 72.7% per 10,000 pregnancies in 2020. These issues highlight how Texas, often depicted as dangerous and troubled in popular culture, faces real and serious problems. The phrase, Texas territory, is synonymous with peril, reflecting the state's struggles with healthcare, gun violence, and racism. While these challenges paint a grim picture, there is hope that Texas can address and resolve these issues, allowing its residents to live safer and healthier lives.